Greetings, sunshines and sunnies. It is I, Queen J Lotus Pimp Sunkiss, coming at you right quick, right fast, certainly, with some messages from Venus for the rest of this month of March. So we got about, what, 4-5 days? So yeah, without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get into the specificities of these messages. So, straight out the gate with the messages from Venus for the rest of this month. Over to the left of them, we have the Three of Cups, honey. And over to the right of them, we have the Sun card. First, we're going to get into this Three of Cups. So, while the Three of Cups is usually about festivities and socializing and things of that nature, it's not really giving much of that over the next couple of days. Like I said, for the rest of the month of March. And for some people, it might be another month before your vibe and your vicinity gets festive, before you start getting social again and being invited to things and or planning things. But for some of you, you've been having a lot of ideas that are blending leisure and celebratory things with making money. And so Spirit is giving confirmation that it is divinely designed and divinely timed for you to go ahead and start outlining your ideas of that nature. So, for example, if you've been thinking about throwing some type of party or event and you want to like charge for people to get in or make it where they have to give donations or something for them to get in, and or someone's been thinking about an event that they want to put together and like a pop-up shop or something and have vendors come in and, you know, they pay for their vending spot. And I'm hearing, you know, there's a way that you can get a cute little percentage, you know, in a respectful manner off of the vendors that you end up having come along. And what I mean by that is because, of course, they pay their vending fee. But what I mean is partnerships, like forming long-term relationships, not just that connection being for that particular moment in that particular event. You feel me? Forming business partnerships and shit. Thinking bigger. Another side of this, for those of you that are in the space of quiet time, like you kind of want to be social, but at the same time you want a hermit mode because everybody is getting on your nerves, and or it just ain't really no motion right now. You just been like really chilling for the multitude of the day. You kind of battling with the feeling of being bored, and or are you just at peace type shit. And so Spirit is saying to use this time to evaluate your previous relationships, specifically friendships. You can reevaluate your romantic relationships as well, but Spirit is saying to use this time to evaluate previous friendships that you've had, any previous conflicts in friendships that you had, or loss of friendships that you've had, be it recently or just in general to your life. Actually use this quiet time that you have right now to grieve those relationships and evaluate and learn more about yourself through that evaluation. Because for some of you, your soul family and or your divinely designed romantic partner is about to come through. And when I say soul family, I mean like your soul village, your friends, your actual real friends that are, you know, going to meant to be friends with you for the rest of your life type shit. All that. So yeah, for some of you, your soul village is coming through, as well as and or your divinely designed romantic partner type shit. And so it's like you're needing to grieve that, clear out the space, you know, release and free yourself, do the finalization of those things so that you can help attract that village and or that person so that y'all can have a harmonious relationship. Doesn't mean perfect, but bringing ends to toxic cycles so that we can step into the better cycles, the cycles that are divinely designed for us, that may be imperfect, but make it very clear to us that shit don't have to be so hard. And first things first, a lot of us are just having to realize that a lot of shit we're making hard on ourselves. So Spirit is putting us in position to free ourselves from the hardship that we put ourselves under, so that we can get into the more ease and graceful cycles. So yeah, and stepping on over into the Sun card. So it's a lot of truths and a lot of lies being exposed, which is bringing about more divinely designed intimacy and divinely designed destruction, honey. So yeah, as you know, Aries and Aries energy is very combative. Aries is the god of war. And so if people have been provoking you lately and seemingly trying to get reactions out of you, and you got shit on your mind that you need to say and stuff that you feel, this ain't the time to suppress. It's time to tell motherfuckers what it is and what it's gonna be. And the collective is needing to release guilt around anger and around expressing anger. Because when we feel guilty for being rightfully angry and rightfully expressing our anger, that's a form of self-harm, and it's also a form of self-hate, and it can put us on a frequency that makes us susceptible to Stockholm syndrome, meaning that we will be more attracted and more trusting to people who are out to harm us. So Spirit is saying that we are needing to recognize and realize that standing up for ourselves and allowing ourselves to honor our anger healthily is a form of release. And Spirit is saying that a lot of you have been doing a whole lot of the things surrounding release, such as journaling, allowing yourself to cry, yoga, working out, all of that. But the one main thing that you haven't been doing to allow yourself to release is cursing some people the fuck out. And with that, light, love, and healing, if you are experiencing any type of intimacy, partner violence, and or domestic violence or anything like that, or if you're dealing with some type of abusive situation, I'm just picking up someone or some people where you're dealing with someone literally putting their hands on you. And Spirit is saying that you have every right and reason to physically fight back. And if you're concerned about going too far, find a way to, one, trust in yourself and trust in God. Two, Spirit is saying, go out of your way to find a way to get into self-defense classes. And I know you may be thinking, oh, I mean, I have the money for that, or I don't know I don't know where to start. Spirit is calling you to action to do something, which means that Spirit is going to make sure that you have the resources to do it. So all you need is the faith and the leap. Okay? And don't get me wrong. I do understand that it's easier said than done. It seems easier said than done and all of that. But difficult does not mean impossible. And like I said, if God has called you to the action, that means God is going to supply you with the resources. If God brings you to it, they will bring you through it, as long as you meet God halfway and do your part in the co-collaboration and don't give up on yourself. The Spirit is saying also with that, some of you complain too much and some of you don't complain enough. And a lot of us will know who everyone is by the end of this month, while some of you, you're going to have that clarity more so towards the end of April, more so towards the beginning of May. I'm hearing Cinco de Mayo for some of you. And that may also be tying back to the Three of Cups card too, as it was concerning that, some of you, it may take another month or so before your festivities and things pick up. So some of you may attend some type of Cinco de Mayo event where some shit hits the fan, and or a whole lot of exposing just goes on, and it's going to be very clear who everyone is. And with all that being said, child, if I do say so myself, honey, I have milked this cow dry. And I'm thoroughly appreciative of the exchange of vibes. And if you're feeling synchronized, please do me a divine design and like, share, and subscribe so that you could be one of the first to be back through these Queenly Quarters for the next time. And be sure to bless that comment section with your questions and conversations. And as always, I bid you in all ways light, love, healing, and liberation. Emphasis on liberation. Mwah.